Hey everyone, so today's video is going to be on makeup brushes. I have a lot of them, but I narrowed it down to my favorites, the ones that I tend to reach for the most, and I'm going to tell you kind of what I use them for and why I like them and where you can get them and things like that. So let's just jump right in and get started. I'm going to be starting off with a set of brushes, and these are from Sigma, and they're the SIGMAX Kabuki brushes. I also have the smaller version of these as well, but I'm just going to be talking about these today. My main reason for talking about this set is this brush right here, and it is the F80 flat top, and I love this brush for foundation. If I'm not using my beauty blender, which I'm going to be talking about later, I'm using this. It just gives a really good coverage. I can kind of do a quick buff, or I can really stipple, even though it's not the classic flimsy stippling brush. I can stipple and get a heavy coverage because I like a more full coverage foundation. And sometimes if I'm not using this brush, I will use this one, and this is the F82 round Kabuki. So as you can see, it's the same concept. This one's just round and this one is flat, and they are super soft, super dense, so definitely love these brushes. The next one in the set is this one right here, and it is the F86 tapered Kabuki. And I like to use this one sometimes if I don't feel like going through the work and the effort of using the beauty blender for my under eye concealer. Because of the shape, you can kind of just get it under there and just pat out your concealer. And again, super dense, super soft, so love this brush. Next is the F88 flat angled Kabuki. And there's another angled brush, and it's more round. As you can see, this one is the F84. And this one, I don't really use that much, but again, it's super soft, it's super dense, and you can use this one for foundation, for under your eye. You can also use it for a cream blush or contour, but if I were going to do that, I prefer this one just because of the shape of it. You can kind of get it into the hollows of your cheeks and sides of your face and jawline, and it is a synthetic brush, so you can use it for cream products, which is why I say cream blush or cream contour. So definitely loved that set of brushes, and again is the Sigma SIGMAX Kabuki brush set. Next is this brush right here, and it is the e.l.f. angled blush brush, and it is similar to this one. This one is a little more dense and a little bit bigger, and this one is not for cream products. This is just for powder, so I like to use this one for my powder contour, bronzer, things like that. Again, it just gets right in there where I need it to go. So e.l.f. angled blush brush. Next is another brush from e.l.f. and it is the e.l.f. powder brush, and I have heard all kinds of good things about this brush. I've had it for a long time, and I like to use this one for just what it says, for powder. I just dip it in my powder and kind of just pat it over my face, and it's super soft, super dense, and it's just a good way to get a quick run over of powder on your face. So again, that is the e.l.f. powder brush. Next is this brush right here, and it is from Real Techniques, and it is the setting brush, and I like to use it for just that, for setting my under eye concealer, because it is small and can get right up under there. So after I apply my concealer, make sure all the creases are out, I will dip this in my powder and just kind of go under there and set it like that, and it's just the right size and shape, and it's soft and fluffy, so definitely like that brush. Next brush is the Morphe 501 brush, and I actually found out about this brush through another YouTuber. Her name is Jaclyn Hill, and she likes to use this brush for highlighting, which is what I use it for. Before this, I used a fan brush, and I still like a fan brush. I just like this better because it gives me a little bit more control, because a fan brush is so much wider, where this I can be a lot more precise. So again, I like the fan brush, but I would prefer this, and it is the Morphe M501. Next is this brush right here, and it is the 330 Pro Blending Crease, and I'm pretty sure it's from Crown Brush because I think I got it when I went to the IMATS this past January, and I like to use it for just that, for blending in my crease. I use this for the transition shade and more for wide range blending, not so specific. I have a different brush I'll show you for that in a minute, but this brush I like it's way cheaper and I like it a lot better than the MAC 224. I only own 2 MAC brushes, and this is their blending brush, and this one is a little bit smaller than that one. I don't know if you can see, but the problem that I have with this MAC brush is it's pokey and scratchy, and the hairs kind of stick out and they shed a lot, and that's really disappointing considering how expensive this brush is, especially compared to one like this. So I definitely would recommend one like this over one like this. The next brush is from Sigma, and it is the E25 blending brush. And again, I have one that compares to a MAC brush, and this is the MAC 217. And again, I like this one better. I'm pretty sure it's cheaper, and they are basically the same exact brush. I have the same problem with this MAC brush as I do the other MAC brush. It's kind of pokey and the hairs stick out and they shed quite a bit on me, and it's scratchy. So I don't know if I just got a couple bad brushes, because I know that these are their most popular brushes, which is why I got them. But then I turned around and got the Sigma one right after, and I like it better, and again, I think it's cheaper. And I use this for the more detailed blending, if that makes sense, where I'm really trying to work it like in the crease and the outer V, where I don't want to blend it up too high. And it's a little bit flatter, so you can kind of do a little bit of packing if you needed to also, and just kind of blend everything out. So again, that is the Sigma E25 blending brush. The next brush is from e.l.f., and you really can't beat this brush. It is the eyeshadow brush, and it is just a standard flat shader brush for packing on shadow, and this brush is only $1. I have other flat shader brushes. I just always seem to go back to this one, and why not? It's only $1. I have a whole bunch of them, so I can use all different colors and not have to keep washing my brushes. So I use this to pack color all over my lid and up my brow bone, and it's just a great standard shadow brush. The next brush is a pencil brush, and I have no idea what the name or number of this brush is. There's nothing on it, but again, I think I got it at the Crown brush stand at the IMAX back in January. But whatever pencil brush you find is fine. It took me a long time to get a pencil brush, and once I did, I love it. I mean, you can use it for shadow under your eye, but you have to be really careful, because I tend to overload my brush and then I have way too much shadow under there. But you can also use it in the outer V crease area to get a really densely packed amount of color, and then go in and blend it out. And you can also use it for your inner tear duct if you want to put a lighter color in there, because it's nice and small and fits in there well. So again, no idea the name of this brush. Pretty sure it's from Crown, but it is just a pencil brush. The next brush is a dual-ended brush, and it is number 12 from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it has got the spoolie on one end and the angled brush on the other. And I use this for my brows, of course, and it is nice and densely packed and super thin. I had an angled brush before this, but it was a lot thicker, and it was a lot harder to get the defined shape of your brows. So I definitely like this brush a lot better, and I use it with my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. So again, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills dual-ended brush, the number 12. And last but not least, my Ride or Die Beauty Blender. This one, as you can see, has seen much love. It is super faded, and it's super stained and dirty even though it's been washed. And this one is wet, if you couldn't tell, because it is a lot larger. This is what they start out like, much brighter, much cleaner, much smaller. So wet, not wet. This I have tried many dupes for, and it's not worth the money to try to get something cheaper. I tried one once, and it doesn't wet and puff up like this one does, and it's just like really hard, like almost like beating a rock against your face, and it does not give you the smooth blended airbrush effect that this thing does. So it is a $20, I believe, sponge, but it's totally worth it. I have multiple, as you saw, and I use this for my concealer or my foundation or both. When I do my foundation, I tend to use the bigger end and just kind of pounce it all over the skin, and again, you need to wet it, run it into the sink a few times, keep squeezing it so it'll puff up, because that will keep it from absorbing your product. So you just kind of pounce it all over your face. And then for concealer, like under my eyes, I will use the smaller end and go through and pat out like that, and it just gives you a really nice coverage, airbrush blended effect. So definitely love that. There's several places you can get these. Sephora, you can get them online. They have a lot of different colors. I just have the pink ones. They also have purple and black and white, and they've also recently come out with the little tiny ones. I don't have any of those, but again, I definitely recommend the Beauty Blender. And you may have noticed that I don't have any brushes for blush, and that is sadly because I don't have any brushes that I really like for blush. I've tried several and they're too big, they're not the right shape, they don't blend it out right for me. So if you have any suggestions on blush brushes that you love, please comment and let me know, because I really, really need one. So that is all I have for you guys today. Please comment below any other brushes, not just the blush, that you guys love, because I have a lot of brushes, but I'm always in the market for more. So definitely let me know down below what you guys love. And that's all I have for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time.